cool cats and kittens. This is Dr. Natalie Schuminiski here.
I'm Lincoln Zolman.
Coming at you from your community hospital rehab department. Today we'd like to talk a little bit about balance. Why are we talking about balance? Because without good balance, you're likely to have a fall, and falls can result in injuries. And actually, 87% of falls are completely avoidable. With some pretty easy things you can do from the safety of your own home, we're going to show you some tips you can use to work on your balance to help prevent some of those falls. So actually, according to the CDC, 1 out of every 4 older adults has a fall every year. However, less than half of those people ever discuss it with a healthcare provider. So we in the rehab department work a lot on balance, and if you've ever spent time with me in rehab, you've probably heard me say that if you're not working on your balance every day, it's getting worse. Think about balance just like any other muscle. You've got to exercise it and challenge it in order for it to get better. So I'd like to start out by talking about some easy ways to work on your balance. Number 1, suggest pay attention to safety first, always. So I suggest working on these balance challenges at your kitchen sink or counter so you have a nice sturdy surface to hold on to. Lakin's going to show you some things to work on at home. So here, standing at the sink, you'll see if she needs to hold on, she's got a nice stable surface. We've got a chair behind, so in case you need to sit down quickly, if you feel like you're losing your balance, you've got a nice safe spot to land. So to start out, I recommend keeping your feet a little bit wide apart. So starting with a wide base of support like this is going to give you more stability. So this is going to be the easiest place to start. Not everybody's balance is the same. Some people might need to start here. This might be too easy for you, so I'll show you some ways to make it a little bit harder. Also, as you continue to practice your balance, it'll get better, so you'll need to challenge yourself in different ways. So, I suggest holding this position for at least 30 seconds, up to a minute. If you can hold this position safely, repeat it 3 to 5 times, and then move on to something a little more challenging. So you may actually need to practice these same positions several days in a row, and that's okay. Everybody moves at their own pace. Do whatever feels comfortable for you. So once you get comfortable standing in this position, we can make it a little bit more challenging by narrowing that base of support. Or in other words, just bringing your feet closer together. If you're able to hold this position for 30 seconds to 1 minute, 3 to 5 times in a row, while staying safe and stable, then we make it a little bit more challenging from here by moving 1 foot forward. So now you're in more of a staggered position. And if at any time you feel like you're a little bit wobbly or unsteady, it's okay to keep fingertips down on the counter in front of you, just with the idea that you're working toward not needing to hold on at all. So the next progression from this position would be to put your foot completely in front of the other, kind of like you're standing on a balance beam or a tightrope. So again, once you feel comfortable holding this position, the next thing to go from here is to stand on 1 foot. And actually, if you're able to stand on 1 foot for 5 seconds without touching or wobbling, that puts you at a significantly reduced risk of falling and injuring yourself. So really, this is your goal. This should be your goal, just to be able to do this for 5 seconds. You can go ahead and relax it. So some other ways that we can challenge these positions and make them a little bit tougher is to include some movements. So once you feel comfortable doing all that with your eyes open, you could also balance with your feet together and your eyes closed. Once you feel comfortable with that, we can include head movements. So that's things like turning your head side to side, or up and down, or moving your arms. And once you get really good at doing all these static positions, then you can actually take your show on the road, as long as you're feeling safe and comfortable with it. So we could actually do some of these challenges on the move. To begin with, I would suggest maybe even just doing some walking and turning your head side to side or up and down. You could also narrow that base of support as you're walking. So you'll walk with one foot in front of the other, heel to toe, as though you're walking down a balance beam. I don't suggest doing the walking challenges with your eyes closed, however. Keep that for the static positions. So some other ideas to work on balance and strength at the same time are to do things like standing lunges. You can lunge forward or to the side. You can include arm movements with your lunges or trunk rotations. So, doing this every day, I always suggest like 5 to 10 minutes each day. You can split it up throughout your day, build it into your routine, whatever works for you. Like brushing your teeth, you may stand on one foot. Washing the dishes, you may stand on your tightrope. You know, include some of these balance challenges in your everyday activities, and before you know it, you'll be steady as a rock. All right.
All right.
Thank you for spending part of your morning with us here at Wickenburg Community Hospital Rehab. We look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 928-684-5529. If you have any questions about balance or falls, you can chat with one of us, physical therapists or occupational therapists. We can give you some specific suggestions for you in your home. Otherwise, we'll be giving you some more tips on ways to work on balance through strength and stretching and home safety. So keep an eye on the Facebook page for our upcoming live videos.